Hello everyone, this is Kayvon Atkinson, and today I'm here to talk to you about curcumin, which is the bioactive polyphenol compound I chose. Curcumin is derived from the turmeric root. It is mainly extracted using solvents, and I'll talk to you a little bit about its structure and kind of how that plays into some of its health benefits, and then more into the health benefits. Now, curcumin does have an interesting structure. It expresses tautomerism, meaning that the two main isomers, the keto and enol isomers, exist in equilibrium when in solution. Now, both isomers do consist of a main carbon chain linkage with two O-methoxyphenolic aromatic rings attached to the beginning and end of the 7-carbon linkage in both isomers. Now, the O-methoxy is referring to an oxygen with a methyl group attached to it on one of the rings, and the phenol is the hydroxyl group that is also attached to the aromatic ring. Now, the keto and enol isomers both contain ketones, but the enol isomer has a hydroxyl group located on the 3rd carbon in the chain, whereas the keto isomer has another ketone, which further specifies it as a diketo isomer. And the diketo and phenolic compounds, or the phenolic aromatic rings, are highly reactive, and I'll actually touch on more on that here in just a second. Now, some of the health benefits: curcumin structure and tautomerism does contribute to its effectiveness in reducing reactive oxygen species reactions. Now, we all know that these are also called free radicals, and they heavily contribute to diseases like cancer. Now, the reduction of the reactive oxygen species occurs when the phenols and aromatic rings in the structure react with the free radicals in question to produce various diketo intermediates that are much less reactive, along with other compounds like ferulic acid, which act as proton donators to create this kind of protection from the reactive oxygen species. Now, the antioxidant activity is further compounded by curcumin reacting with other hydrogen donors like ascorbic acid, with hydrogen donors like ascorbic acid to stabilize and return to the enol form to continually react with reactive oxygen species in the body to reduce their damage. It should be noted that curcumin can act as a pro-oxidant under very high pH or in presence of iron. Curcumin does lower expression of various inflammatory markers like nuclear kappa factor B, tumor necrosis factor, interleukin, and various other inflammatory cytokines. This is really helpful for diseases like arthritis, but it was shown to be more helpful for osteoarthritis versus rheumatoid. Moving on, curcumin has shown to reduce lipogenesis by inhibiting transcription of fat production. So this may be helpful for weight management and weight loss. The inhibition of fat accumulation also reduces angiogenesis, which is the accumulation of blood vessels, which in turn can help hypertension from the body just having to use less pressure because there's less blood vessels in the body, or it uses less pressure to pump blood through the vessels. Now, it is also, curcumin is very effective as an antimicrobial. It is shown to inhibit growth of almost all H. pylori bacterial strains whenever isolated in cultures, and is also shown to reduce some MRSA strains, but this was very concentration dependent, and it should be restated that it was only some MRSA strains. Now, studies also have shown that curcumin metalloid complexes like copper and aluminum from their fluorescence can be used to diagnose Alzheimer's. More sensitive imaging is possible because of this, and gallium and curcumin can also have antiviral properties for herpes simplex virus. Studies also show that curcumin can drastically reduce malaria symptoms and even help rid the body of Giardia, and Giardia is a waterborne pathogen. Now, even with all these things that curcumin can do, the antioxidant activity, inhibition of lipogenesis, it should be noted that curcumin's bioavailability is an issue. It has a very high degree of degradation and metabolism in the body. To halt this, it is usually put in a fat solution. This greatly inhibits the degradation in the body and metabolism. But even so, the metabolism of curcumin is still very, very fast. So additional compounds like piperine, which is found in black pepper, It has shown to increase curcumin's bioavailability by up to 2,000%. So a lot of the times you'll see curcumin supplements in stores with piperine already in them, or it's suggested to take an additional piperine supplement so you can get curcumin's benefits. If you have any questions, please put them below, and thank you.